You have no idea what this means to me. It's like, to be honest with you, sir, iduvaraikum about 35 guests have come, everyone associated with AR in some shape or form, and all his closest buddies. And I'm not saying this to flatter you, but apart from AR, I've been super excited to have you because
Thank you.
you won't believe it. I think one of the first guests was Gulu. அவன்கிட்ட சொன்னேன் I really need Shankar sir on the podcast because he's someone I've absolutely adored all my life, and I will continue to adore. And then, sir, you've been an icon for me from various respects, and also it reminds me where I've been in Australia for about 20 years now, sir, and around I think 2000, 1999, 2000, I boarded the flight to Australia, and then I still remember the little MP3 player had Dil Chahta Hai in it. You have no idea how much of an impact that had on me in my life.
No,
And
that's it's just part of the journey, yeah. But anyway, Chandar, I am really happy and I am honored to be on a show where both of us we are going to be talking about one of my favorite musicians of this country. And when I
yes,
say favorite, you know, genuinely favorite, and I really, really owe him a lot in my life.
wow.
He's not only a phenomenal musician, but also, I think the reason why my voice is heard in every uh, house in Tamil Nadu or
Mm,
every Tamilian all over the world,
mm,
I wholly and solely hold AR Rahman responsible for that, and I
wow.
owe it to him. I mean, this is a big contribution that he has done in my life, and I can never forget. Uh, you know, I can never forget the time that we have spent together.
Yeah,
How much I have learned from him as a musician, as a person,
yeah.
and you know, yeah. What can I say? I mean, if anybody in a Tamil speaking person knows Shankar Mahadevan, I think a huge part of that is because of AR Rahman.
Wow.
And I really, really will always remember that till the end of my life. So I'm really privileged to be part of this blog where, what do you call it, a blog or what is it?
It's a podcast.
Podcast. This podcast where we are going to be talking about AR Rahman, and I'm happy, happy, happy that we are doing it.
Amazing, sir. Thank you so much. Because I mean, to be honest with you, I started this with absolute due respect and love for AR, and zero monetization, no returns whatsoever. It's done purely out of love. And then the fact
Mhm.
that you coming on the podcast is a big thing for me because obviously I'm just a fan. I don't have any brand backing behind me. I'm doing it just out of pure love for Sir. And Sir came on the podcast.
I
Uh,
know, I know. He's really a sweet person. Yeah.
and it's been a dream ride, sir, because what started off as a podcast has turned into a talking autobiography of AR. And
Mm.
it's been a phenomenal experience. I'm absolutely loving it. I feel
Eh,
that, sorry. Yes.
it's just an extension of a love for the person. You know, it just shows how much you love him, how much you care for him, and how much you want his work. Not only his work, uh, him as a person, him about what he does off screen, on screen. Other aspects of A.R. Rahman where he's got millions and millions of fans all over the world. So
Yeah.
people want to see all that. So you are a very important vehicle to deliver that to people all over the world. So really, congratulations. I'm
Thank you.
really
Thank you,
happy that
sir.
yeah, this is the way you're expressing your love. Yeah, amazing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. And sir, before we jump into that, deep into everything related to AR, how have you been, sir? I know we are all living in very interesting times and lockdown, Corona, whatnot. How are you keeping yourself motivated? How are you staying positive, sir?
See, I'm generally a very very chilled out person, and I believe in positivity, and I don't let my energies come down irrespective of whatever happens around me. It's a very, very strange time. It's a
Mhm.
very sad situation out there, and the whole world is going through a very, very unique phase.
Mm.
But what I'm and a lot of negativity around, because I mean, you know
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I somehow I'm converting that negative energy and trying to turn it into something positive, where I'm at home, so I'm utilizing that time for my own growth as a
Amazing.
person, as a musician, for my own music education.
Mm.
For one thing that we musicians don't have, or people like us don't have, is time to innovate, you know
Mm.
to
Mm.
sit and innovate. We never have time because we are always running after, trying to, finish our backlog,
Yeah. Yeah.
projects that are there. This mix is there, that vocal dub is there, somebody's waiting, some song has to be delivered. All the time, it's only running after stuff that
Mhm.
needs to be. So we never get some time to just step back,
Yeah.
just think a little.
Yeah.
Forget to think, just step back and just do nothing. We
Yeah.
never ever get. So in my entire career,
Yeah.
almost 30 years,
Wow.
this is the first time I'm getting some time to just step back a little and
Yeah.
think. I'm
Yeah.
able to think about so many different things,
Yeah.
and think of different avenues. Some things that I love doing, for example, cooking, and maybe just sketching, and just doing stuff that you feel like doing. Just meditating for a bit. All
Amazing.
these things I'm able to do. So it's an amazing time for me personally, for my personal growth, for my to think about various aspects in life. So it's an amazing thing, and I have never had a chance to spend so much time with my family. So
Amazing.
this is, I'm spending a lot of happy time with my family, but at the same time, one part of my mind is all the time worried about what's happening, concerned about the people who are there, musicians who are suffering. Of
Yeah.
course, we are helping out that every
Yeah.
day. That's a
Correct.
different story altogether. But
Correct.
I'm using this for my personal growth.
Amazing. And apart from everything else, you are still you have had to handle requests like by the likes of me saying, "Sir, come on the
Yeah.
podcast."
And in fact, what happened was, Chandar, I got delayed in coming to your
I know, sir.
podcast because
I'm aware.
because what happened was there were so many programs that were there, which was very important, because we
Yes.
had to give a message out to the people to, be careful, to wash your hands, to,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
were doing songs,
Yeah.
and there were songs of various languages. I had
True.
to compose for so many, for the
Mm.
municipality, for the
Correct.
government, for this, for different states, something I did with Kamal Hassan, something I did in Malayalam, something, all multi languages. So those projects, I just put it in a priority. So I'm really
Of course.
sorry
No,
I've
no,
delayed you,
not at
but
all, sir. I was just
though I
joking.
wanted to come, but there were too many
I
things
agree.
happening.
I
So
agree.
I just found some time now, and I'm very happy to be
Absolutely,
here.
sir.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this moment. And
Yeah.
sir, I mean, I did hear the song, the one with 200 singers. I don't know how you pulled it off, sir. It's not an easy thing. And Srini sir was also talking about it. In fact, the day it was released, I think an hour after it was released, Srini sir was on the podcast and he was
Oh,
talking to
really?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Srini is an amazing artist. Srini is an amazing artist, and you know, I couldn't have done it without him. It just wouldn't have been possible. You know, we are people who ideate. We've got so
yeah,
many ideas in our heads,
yeah,
but that's not enough. You
yeah,
need a team. You need
yeah,
people. You need responsible people like Srini,
yeah,
who can take it forward and execute it.
yeah.
So he's the one who has taken all that recordings of lines that came on various mobile phones of from zero quality to HD quality. Every kinds of you know
Wow.
qualities were there. So he put it together, and then
Yeah,
he sent it over. Then we, of course, we arranged it and we mixed it. That's a
yeah,
different thing.
yeah.
But Srini was very, very, very an important part of that project, and it was a humongous project. And I'm so
Yeah,
happy that I did
I
it.
loved it, sir. Absolutely, and
Thank you,
I
sir.
shared it
I'm
here to
glad.
the community as well.
I'm glad you liked it,
And
Chandra.
I was just wondering how you even did it. It's not an easy task at all.
It sounds
Anyway,
amazing. It sounds amazing at the end.
it
Yeah.
does.
No.
It does. Sir, jumping into straight, when did you first meet AR, sir? Where did it all begin?
Actually, the first time I saw him was there was a small studio in Mumbai called Music Room. Okay,
Right.
and me and Ehsan and Lloyd, we were working on some jingle, and AR, that time he was not AR, he was called Dilip, and he had just come to maybe
Yeah.
collect some CD or something there. He had just come, and Ehsan had already heard about him, and
Wow.
he told me, he's an amazing composer from the south, because I had not sung any song in the south or anything, nothing.
Yeah.
I was just singing. So we met, and there's just a brief exchange of
Yeah.
highs and all that, and just generally over there. That's the first time I saw
Yeah.
him. And
Yeah.
then very soon I came to know that, Roja, and then that's when somebody reminded me, you remember we met the guy in Music Room? He's the guy
Wow.
who's done
Wow.
who's done this music. And I said, wow, man. What a transformation of sound it was. It was like everything had become suddenly crystal clear in the musical world. It's like putting a magnifying glass and seeing everything so clearly. Just the
Yeah.
sonic texture, just the approach, just the ethereal feeling, purity, everything was there. So, I was so happy hearing that soundtrack. And soon, I got and then soon, very soon, after a few months, I think he was doing Bombay,
Correct. Correct.
isn't it? After you might
Yes.
know
Yes.
you might know
Of course. Of course.
the
Sir,
time
you have no
interval.
idea that that background music, the one that you sang,
Yeah,
amazing. Sir.
yeah. So he came, and there was a small studio called XIC in
Right.
in in Xavier's Institute of Xavier College. There was a small
Yeah.
studio, and we used to record jingles and all there. And he was working on the background score over there.
Yeah.
And then that's when he called me, and I got a call saying that the AR Rahman wants to. And I said, oh, I'm very happy that I'll be able to meet him, because I had already started loving his work in
Yeah.
Roja, and a couple of other things that he had done. So I was more excited about meeting than even singing in the background score. So I just
Yeah.
went and met him, and I got chilled
Yeah.
out. And then I remember the first thing was this, during the riot scenes, there's this
Yeah.
scream that goes,
Yeah. Yeah.
So he wanted something like that. So I just said, yeah, let me just go and try some stuff. And the beauty of AR is he just allows you to do whatever you want. So he had this rhythm loop, which I think
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
percussionists and Shiva Mani, or I don't
Yeah.
know who had
Yeah.
played,
Yeah.
he had just percussion, and he just left a free flow thing.
Wow.
And then I sang that, that one Tivra Madhyam, one note is
Correct.
there. It
Correct.
is a
Correct.
uh, Periyamma. It is a
Yeah.
Periyamma. And I just sang that, and he just loved it. And I remember for referencing, he was using this small video camera that he had.
Oh,
The
wow.
video camera. So he didn't have the film with him. So he
Yeah.
had the video camera, and he was just He just played that. And he was just watching that riot scene on the video camera screen to check whether that thing goes in. And one particular day, Mani Ratnam sir also came
Yeah.
to then, and he showed it to him. Very nice. So,
Yeah.
and then I had just gone there for a couple of hours, but then I ended up going there for 3 days, because
Wow.
there were a couple of other pieces also which were there.
Correct.
Pasa ni sa ni sa ni sa ni da pa ma ga. All that we just created over there, and it was great.
Amazing.
It's a the thing is ease of recording. The
Right.
ease of recording,
Right.
and then what happened was um, I told him, hey man, I heard a song of yours which is picturized on uh, you know Prabhudeva.
Yeah.
It's cool, it's funky, and I love the groove, and I love the bass
Yeah.
line, and I said, you're singing it. Yo, yapa, kala vare virade, uttani. You know how he is, na? The most modest person on this planet. Yo, apdi edha soladappa, go padirken. He started laughing and all that. And what happened was, cut to in a few weeks, he called me to sing the Hindi version of that.
Wow.
Probably it must have just struck him that I spoke about that, and chalo
Yeah.
yaar, we'll just call him. So I went and I dubbed the Hindi version of Urvashi Urvashi and all,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
that's how the association began.
Yeah.
It was amazing, yaar. I mean,
Amazing.
what happens is, Chandar, when you meet a musician
Yeah.
who's got depth,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just feel happy. You just feel that, man. Now I'll tell you, recently, after a long time, I heard a musician who's got terrific depth. You know who it is? It's a Veena player from south. His name is Ramana Balachandram.
Oh, wow.
18-year-old kid.
Wow.
My heart starts jumping when I meet people like this,
Yeah, yeah,
who've got immense musicality. So, I cut back again to where I met a person of this musical caliber. You just are so happy. You are so intrigued. You feel amazed at, what an
yeah,
amazing person, and
yeah,
so understated, so modest, so soft spoken, yet the
yeah,
work is so huge.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's where the journey started. And
Amazing.
I used to dub a lot of Hindi songs
Yeah,
and all for him,
yeah.
because I think he had a feeling that I can sing more of uh, Hindi as compared to.
Right,
So then
right.
there was this song. Slowly we started.
Yeah,
I used to dub from here, or he used to come here. Or I used to.
yeah.
Then the major thing happened when this Sangamam song happened.
Oh, yeah. Varaganandi.
Varagana Nadikare Oram. And actually speaking, Varaganadikari Oram was not the first song that I dubbed that
Oh,
day, that night.
okay. Ah, yeah.
It was for Rajiv Menon's film,
Enna
Kaddukonde
Solappu.
Kaddukonde. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah. Wow.
yeah. So Rajiv called me and I said, he said that there is this.
Yeah,
No, wait, let me just tell you. How did that happen? Because. Correct. Yeah. Rajiv
yeah,
Menon only called me. Rajiv called and then AR also called. AR
yeah,
called some 1 o'clock in the night. He called. Hey, Matt, bro, can you come? I said, yeah, I'll come. You know how he is. And somehow the feeling is when AR Rahman calls, you don't feel like saying no. You
yeah,
just can't say no.
yeah.
He's got that kind of an energy. He's
Correct.
got that kind of an energy. He's got that godly vibe to him.
Yeah,
His music,
yeah,
especially.
yeah,
So he called and I said, yeah, I'll come over there. And
yeah,
then uh, I landed in the afternoon. And as usual,
yeah,
there is
yeah.
no sign of AR. And then he surfaces only late. So I was chilling in my hotel and all. Then Rajiv said, come, we are ready. Then I went over there. Then this, of course, we dubbed Yenna Solapogirai first.
Yeah, yeah,
Beautiful song, beautifully written by, Vairamuthu.
yeah.
And we were jamming. And I remember, that part which comes. See,
Amazing.
Rajiv Menon, no, he's a Carnatic music buff.
Correct, correct, correct.
He'll be singing in the studio 24/7. Even if you're working on something, even if you're working on some jingle for a cream or something, he will be singing Carnatic music. He's a Carnatic music buff. So I was behind the mic and I finished dubbing the song and all that.
Yeah,
Then, hey, இது எப்படி இருக்கும்? Bhairavi எப்படி இருக்கும்? So I sang some Bhairavi, all the.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then that was a thing that I had sung,
Yeah.
as just my improvisation. So,
Wow.
part of that was converted
Yeah,
into the music. And then இது நாட்ட குறிஞ்சி எப்படி இருக்கும்? Then I sang some Nata Guruji. So that's how that recording happened. Of
yeah.
course. So we finished
Enna Solappu.
Yenna Solla Pogirai. Beautiful. It was beautiful. And that last Yenna Solla Pogirai. That was all an afterthought.
Wow.
AR when he sits on the keyboard and when he's jamming, all that is an afterthought. Hey, something in the matter that pannupa. Something like that. So some
Wow.
improvisation happens and that becomes part of the.
Yeah,
So that song is over, and I thought, okay, chalo.
yeah,
Hey, you'll sing one more song, yeah? He said. So I said, yeah, why not? So this song. So suddenly, then everything changes. This
Sangam.
director goes by. It's like a doctor's clinic over there. So directors are waiting outside. Some
Wow.
go, some come in. So suddenly everything changed, and luckily Vairamuthu was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Vairamuthu was there because Vairamuthu has written Yenna Solla Pogirai and he's written Varaganadi also.
Yes,
So,
yes.
adu pannalama? So he said, okay. Then he played that. That only one loop was there.
Oh, wow.
And then some basic, he had gungun out
Yeah,
something. He had just hummed some
yeah,
stuff and all. And I remember, the beginning also. Vairamuthu was Kaveri Nadi போடலாமா ஏதாவது இல்ல வராக நதி போடலாம். அது புதுசா இருக்கும், அது ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷா இருக்கும். I remember வராக நதி, you know how he says that. So வராக நதி ரொம்ப ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷா. Then the song used to end, you know, the song used to end there.
Wow.
As in the Pallavi.
Yeah.
Then AR saying, அது ஏதாவது வேணும் அதுக்கப்புறம். திக்கு 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 அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது பண்ணலாமா? Then that was written afterwards. கண்ணு தக்கு தக்கு தக்குங்குது.
Wow.
உள்ள திக்கு திக்கு, that was written afterwards. And
Amazing.
Bairamuthu was there. He just, see, that is what is a prolific composer.
Wow.
You know, and not satisfied with what is there. You know,
Yeah.
he just goes beyond boundaries, pushes himself against the wall, and sees what new comes out. So that I remember that they had written some other word. There were too many words. அதெல்லாம் வேணாம், ரொம்ப வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வேணாம். சும்மா தக்கு 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 அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணலாமா? சரி சரி, கண்ணு தக்கு தக்கு தக்குங்குது, உள்ள திக்கு திக்கு திக்குங்குது. He immediately wrote.
Oh, wow.
And so somehow, you know, we jammed and all that. We finished all that. That song is done. So by that time, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Varaga Nadi is over.
Yes.
So, sorry. Okay, chal man, bye. So, hey, you know, I have an idea for this basic one more song. You'll dub that or what? You want to try that? I said, yeah. See, because I never lose my energy. My energy never comes down. So yeah, I said, yeah, play, let's see. And that song was a complete, in the sense, it was a complete scratch. It was almost like a, what can I say, when you just do a sketch.
Wow.
In the beginning of portrait, you just do a sketch. It's like that. Here in that form, just
Yeah.
just that one loop was playing. Nothing was there, literally. And I remember Praveen Mani had you know, kind of produced this track.
Yeah.
Praveen Mani was not in the picture only. He came in much later. There was just this one loop running, and we, like, kind of 2 lines, 3 lines. He is giving a line from his microphone. I'm singing something. I'm adding something to it, and you know, and we created this Taniye Tanandaniye. It was just created out of. So by the time I finished Taniye Tanandaniye, I mean, whatever, you know, it was all done in a. Then he put it together, you know.
Yeah.
But we just went on, and I think I must have sung for 2 hours continuously, without a break, all different kinds of stuff, you know. And then that was done. So by the time it was about 9 o'clock in the morning, I went straight to the airport, took the flight, and came back to Bombay. So 3 songs I recorded. My first major encounter with AR was, first was Yanasula Pogirai, then was Varaganadi Karayoram, and then Taniye Tanandaniye, all in one night.
Oh my God.
Of course, Sangamam released first.
Correct.
But imagine 3 songs in my Tamil music career I really owe to this great man. And just for the time, that's enough. For me, that is more than enough, you know. And that's how the whole thing started.
What about the Mudalvane song, sir?
See, then by God's grace, my voice became popular. Thanks to A.R. Rahman, my voice became popular in the South.
You're being very
People all
humble.
over a sudden. No, I'm being very honest. I don't speak lies, and I don't understate anything. It's the truth. So any singer would have come and sung that song, he would have got that kind of popularity. Is what I feel, because he's got that magic in him, you know. So I sang that, and my voice became popular. Then every director wanted my voice. Any introduction song, any hero's introduction, anything, they wanted Shankar Mahadevan. And you know, I used to go. So Mudalvane and all, you know, now it looks like a huge, you know. We finished that in 15 minutes, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mudalvane was a song which we did in between some other song. I remember we were recording downstairs. I don't even remember which song it was, or
wow,
some film, something I was doing. So, hey, mela panama or 20 minutes mela adu pannila. Something is there. So, pannalama Mudalvane Muddalvan, another panalama. You know, it's very casual.
Amazing.
When it comes out, he loves all those things, you know.
Wow.
So it's just, so this was in between something. It was like it's like a, a palate cleanser in the middle of some other major recording that's happening
Wow.
down.
Wow.
So Budalmani, now it sounds big, but it just happened in 15-20 minutes upstairs, I remember.
I can't believe
So
it, sir.
yeah,
Wow.
that that
Amazing, sir.
that studio of his, that Panchatan in
Yeah.
studio,
Yeah.
it's got a it's got an amazing energy. It's got an
Yes.
amazing energy. Thanks to all the prayers that he does,
Yeah.
his mother does, his entire
Yes.
family does,
Yeah.
the spirituality, the purity,
Yeah.
the kind of faith that
Yeah.
everybody over there has.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a temple. It's a
Yeah.
temple. Or
Yeah.
if you say it's a mosque, it's a temple. So when
Mm.
you go there, that energy is there, and that definitely brings out
Mm.
a very, very, spiritual uh, texture in anybody who
Amazing.
goes there. Yeah, it's
Amazing.
true. It's true.
Great. Sir, of course, as much as I would love to keep on hearing all the stories, I'm also conscious of the time because you have other things planned. Sir, probably towards the end of the podcast, I would love to know if there's any message for AR via this medium, sir. I'm sure you know he will watch it and fast forward.
Yeah. Or probably not watch it also. I know
But he
him. I
might
know him
watch
very well.
yours, sir. He has been getting the first copy.
I'll just tell you, Chandar.
Yeah.
Uh, I was judging a reality show just now.
Yeah.
I was part of a big reality show that happens. I think AR was also on one of the seasons. He was there last
Right.
year, and this year the Super Singer that happens with the
Okay.
children.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm telling you, I've got the harmonium over here.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my hands on that, and I'm telling you, when I hear those children sing one song, then another song, then the next song, then the next song, then the next song, I was just I was just so amazed at this man's contribution. See,
Wow.
we this side of this. See, unfortunately, over here, we don't get so much exposure to
Mm.
the Tamil songs that happen. Staying in
Correct.
Bombay, Bombay
Correct.
is a city. It's avial, it's like avial, it's like a belpuri. Everything is happening here. So you're not able to enjoy one flavor.
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah.
go to this reality show, I mean, I was just hearing one song after the other, one song after the other, one song. And I was just telling my co-judges, Kalpana was there, Chitraji was there. I was literally jumping in my seat that what a contribution this
Wow.
man's
Wow.
music is to the industry. He understands it, of course, but he has no idea about the
Yeah. Yeah.
magnitude of
Yeah.
how much he's affected the people all over
Yeah.
the world
Yeah.
through his music, and it's so amazing, just so
Yeah.
amazing. He never fails to surprise me.
Yeah.
Just now I heard a song, again I went mad. It was a song from Bharat Bala's film.
Oh yeah.
Just a
Correct.
Ghatam groove. Tak, tak, tak. இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நேரம், இன்னும்
Correct.
கொஞ்ச நேரம். I asked Kalpa, who's the composer? Yeah, I said, man, this guy, what do I say? Truly, let me tell you one thing very honestly.
Yeah.
There was a phase in the Indian film industry that no composer would have
Mm.
composed on a particular day, without thinking about A.R. Rahman. You understand
Wow.
what I'm saying?
Wow. Of course. Wow.
Probably, if AR would have done it, he would have done it this way. Or this sounds like an AR thing. Or how can I make it so different,
Yeah.
like how
Yeah.
AR it is?
Yeah.
There was a time,
Yeah.
there still is a time when
Wow.
I'm telling this. I don't know whether I can say this. I'm seeing music composers and young musicians in Tamil Nadu. They started looking like A.R. Rahman and started behaving like A.R. Rahman. Small behavioral things. See, I'm a very close observer, and I
Yeah.
see that many music composers, they talk like him, they behave like him. They say now, when you love a person so much, even amongst husband and wife, they say that you start looking like your wife, or your wife starts looking like you because of the expressions and the kind
Yeah.
of habits that enter into you
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
When I go and dub with many young composers, or many, I see a lot of A.R. Rahman in them because he is like for example Yeshudas. When you go to
Yes.
Kerala,
Yeah.
you'll see a lot of Yeshudas in young singers or composers. The way the body language, the way they
Yeah.
speak, the way they sing, everything.
Yeah.
Similarly, I am seeing a lot of. He's not
Wow.
only influenced. He's
Wow.
not only influenced the music. He's influenced people's the way people are. It's
Yeah.
so amazing,
Amazing.
and
Amazing.
I'm indeed happy, blessed to have known him in my lifetime. Really,
Great,
a
sir.
musician who is not only an amazing musician, an amazing technician, an
Yeah.
amazing arranger, an amazing producer, an amazing sonic expert.
Yeah.
If you analyze his songs sonically,
So
the
true.
frequencies never merge. He's
Very
he's
true.
a sonic expert and humble and down to earth. You know,
Very true, sir.
so very very difficult to find a person like that, and I'm really really happy that I know him, I've
Yeah.
worked with him, I've toured with him, and he's contributed immensely in my life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I'm very happy about that.
Amazing,
I mean, what
sir.
else can I say?
Great, sir. Sir, before I let you go, any song, maybe just one line or maybe two lines, sir.
Of course, of course. என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய் என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய் நியாயமா நியாயமா என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய் என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய் மௌனமா 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 என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய்.
Sir, I just feel like quitting everything here in Australia and coming over there to Mumbai, spending time with you, and just see you singing, sir. That's all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm indeed really honored to be part of this I Love
Thank you, sir.
ARR show because I love him too.
Sir, before you go, can I please take a picture with you, sir?
100%.
Thank you, sir. Sir, நீங்க அப்படியே இருங்க. You can just stay as you are. I'll put you on the bigger screen and I'll just take a picture. Great. Super. Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
Chandar.
it's been an absolute honor.
I'll work
And
with all what you
thank you.
wanted, huh?
Absolutely, sir. Yes, yes. I didn't want to waste much of your time, and yeah, I didn't want you wanted to delay anything of your other plans. That's all. But
Perfect.
your the fact that you came to the podcast itself is a huge thing for me, sir. இது
My
போறோம், sir.
pleasure too. Thank you,
Sir,
Chandar.
just one last thing. When I come to Mumbai next, I'm sure I'll be coming. Allow me to come and take you out for dinner as a thank you, sir.
I'd love to meet you, Chandar. I'd love to meet you. Yeah.
And sir, please say my hello to your other two buddies, Hassan and Loy.
I will.
Tell
I
them
will.
that
For
I
sure.
absolutely adore the three of you.
Thank you.
And
And
1998.
I'll say hi to Gullu also because Gullu was the first one who
Yes,
told me that
yes,
Shankar Bhai, can you
yes.
go on this podcast? He's also a lovely person. Yeah.
He's amazing, sir. He's super nice guy. So,
Super
sir,
super talented too. Super
I love
talented.
him absolutely, sir. I'll send you a little piece.
My mission was I wanted see another person who's got behavioral patterns like AR Rahman is Gulraj. Have you seen him sing? Have you heard him sing?
Sir, I will send you a clip on the Dil Se Paadna Paiyan, and it sounded more like AR. I could not believe it.
There you go. So my mission in life was Gulraj was playing with me all the time. Because so many things he used to program with us and he used to play in every show. But my mission in life was he should meet AR. Okay, so one particular award function or something, Gulraj was performing on stage and AR was sitting next to me. I said, you see this Sardar, he is the most talented Sardar you'll ever find. And anything you want to program, sequence, play live, this is the guy you should get.
Right.
And sure enough, I saw very soon, he was playing with AR. So I think Gulraj's dream was accomplished once he started playing with AR, and now he's a part of AR's team. So
Correct.
I'm so happy for Gulraj that he's gone where he wanted to go. So I'm really happy.
Yes, absolutely, sir. He's amazing, absolutely, and he's extremely talented. He performed 3 little pieces for the podcast, and I'll share that with you whenever you get time. You just have a quick listen, sir. Sir, I will send you a picture of what we just did. Mudinja.